This video is a marking of the lowest point of my life as a fan of basketball, fan of the NBA, maybe even a fan of the game of life itself. And that is all due to the fact that the news has just recently broken that Russell Westbrook will be returning as an LA Laker for another season. It looks like he'll be picking up his $47 million option. That is $47 million going to Russell Westbrook for another season of LA Lakers basketball. I'm very excited. So, nothing about this team is going to change aside from the fact that they have brought in Darvin Ham to replace the scapegoat that was Frank Vogel. I really don't feel like Frankie V was the problem for most of this team's issues. With that being said, he definitely wasn't a solution. So, sorry, Frank, but good luck to Darvin Ham because Russell Westbrook has just made himself known as an uncoachable, unreliable guy when it comes to being on a winning team that has actual goals and wants to compete. So it's a very steep mountain to climb, and the Lakers just keep piling more and more dirt on top of it. So the $47 million that couldn't have gone anywhere else. We had to bring back Russell Westbrook next season, and no team is going to want to take him if a first round pick isn't included. And the Lakers don't have a first round pick until 2026. So it's a great place to be in for a franchise. You have your star player, the face of the franchise, is 37, turning 38, something like that. He might be 36, turning 37. Big difference. And your co-star to him that you just traded most of your assets for. I'd say like damn near all the assets that they had that they were gonna use to bring in stars for LeBron James. They just kind of dumped it all on the AD trade. So, and then the rest was kind of used on the Westbrook trade, but I don't even really want to go back to that dark day that I discovered that this team was a fucking joke and abomination for trading for that fucking stat padding point guard. Okay, anyways. So, they basically dumped all their assets on this co-star that is just not around. AD is extremely unreliable. I've expressed my frustrations with him in the past. You just can't count on him. And it's not like he comes up small in big games. It's just that he's not fucking there. Like you're paying him max money so that he can be in street clothes and show off his fits on the sidelines. Like, it frustrates the hell out of me. And the only guy that you can rely on to play like a good portion of the season is fucking Russ. It's fucking the only guy that you can rely on is Russ. And he is literally the single person that is just bringing this team down. His two best games came against, I think it was the Charlotte Hornets and the Sacramento Kings, and they were both losses. Losses to the Kings and the Hornets were his two best games of the season, and they were like back-to-back. But that being said, it just goes to show how fucking hilarious, like, all of the Westbrook memes are true. All of the narratives about him not playing winning basketball, him being a selfish teammate, and just being just straight up uncoachable. Like, you cannot get this man on board of a winning team. He just doesn't want to adopt that mindset for some reason. He just thinks about himself. So yeah, it's just another recipe for disaster. They're just going back to back, serving up another plate to go for next season. And it's just going to blow my mind. It's going to blow my mind how much worse they actually get next season, because I don't know who's even going to want to come back after, being promised to be on a contender, taking, minimum deals to be on this fucking joke of a team, the literal clown show, and just get made fun of. I don't think anyone's going to want to take a minimum deal to be on this team. I think that the circus has come to light, and just And people just kind of realize how big of a joke that the Lakers are right now. Right now. I mean, I'm not saying that this entire franchise is just a big clown show, but right now, that's what it's being run as. And I blame Jeannie Buss, obviously, but I'm not gonna get into the Jeannie Buss bullshit right now because she just doesn't know what she's doing. She's literally just some child playing my GM. And well, I guess it's my 2K because my GM is Rob Pelinka's role, and I don't really have many complaints, but they just, they're just so poorly run. Like, this is the shit that was not a problem in Cleveland. Like, they're just giving LeBron every single thing that he asks for. Like, in Cleveland, they had some control. Like, I remember they were going to try to get, CP3 and, Chris Paul, like, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, all those guys they were going to try and bring in. And, the owner of Cleveland just kind of has to put his hand down and just say, no. No, LeBron, we can't bring in every single fucking player in the NBA. So, there's just no control. They have no control over the GM. He is just on a tirade, and this is what happens. So, yeah, they're basically fucked. I really don't even know where to go off of this. I have no statements to piggyback off of, other than the Lakers are fucked with a capital D. Like, oh my gosh. This is like franchise, like, this is like nuclear detonation on a franchise, was this whole Russell Westbrook fiasco. Because even after LeBron leaves and, Russ is gone, they're still going to feel the effects of this. There's still going to be ripples and, you're not going to be able to drink the water in the LA lakes for quite a long time. Because this just blew up the franchise in a way worse probably than the Brooklyn Nets fucked themselves with the Boston Celtics trade. Because they, like I said, they don't have a first round pick until 2026. And knowing how fucking desperate these owners get, like halfway through the season, we're going to use that first rounder for like DeJounte Murray or some bullshit. And it's not going to work because nothing about this team fits. Nothing. But yeah, I don't want to raise my blood pressure any higher. I just want to say the Lakers are done. They're done. Finished. Russ literally just took the fucking Shisui and just put the dagger in our hearts as Lakers fans. He got his 47 M's though, so good for him. I'm gonna have to watch terrible basketball for another year though, as a consequence of that. But congrats, Russ. Take care.